Yay. Welcome to Marital Heat. Attempt number 2. Oh, there's people here already. You guys, look at you here. Sorry about my lack of a face. I put it on and then I went swimming and it went away. I'm gonna put it back on while I'm in the pool. Tracy says hi. Hey Trace.
She's a peep.
Do you know that peep means below job in French?
I like peeps.
And Anne's here. She says hello.
Hello, Anne.
I have notes for today and all kinds of other nonsense, but I don't like being on camera like such. So I'm going to spackle my face on. Yep. And I don't know if I can talk while I do that. So you're going to have to talk.
Well, I'm not in a really talkative mood for one.
Fucking pull it up together. These people are here.
I just wanted to say that...
I have lost weight. Thank you for noticing.
Oh, look at that.
Go ahead.
The camera adds 10 pounds. I look 10 pounds heavier than I really am. I don't know why I said that.
You haven't eaten all day because you've been so fucking upset.
Anyway, one of the things I'm upset about is the loss today of Mr. Paul Rubens.
Pee-wee is dead.
Pee-wee Herman.
We're going to do a tribute to him while the boys are here.
Yeah, we should do a tribute to
Where we are.
Don't
surprise, just on the podcast.
All right.
We will do a tribute to Pee Wee Herman this week.
After I heard the news, we got a little breezy going here. After I heard the news today, I went and I watched a clip of him on Conan. I was crying laughing. It was so funny. And all he did was he had a balloon. And it was like such old school entertainment. It was just so funny. He just made different noises with the balloon on the outside, and just his timing was amazing. That character was amazing, and apparently he was up for he was a member of the Groundlings, and he was trying to get on Saturday Night Live. He auditioned, and he lost out to Gilbert Gottfried, who did not last long on that. But he was riding back from the plane from New York to LA, and he's trying to figure out what he was going to do. And he figured he just had to focus on this one character. Something was telling him to focus on that one character. And to me, I always think about myself, it's like, geez, Paul McCartney never got to see the Beatles, or Jimi Hendrix never got to see Jimi Hendrix play, or these kinds of things. So they really didn't really realize how great they were. And so for me to think that Paul Rubens was a guy and Pee-wee was a character is it's hard for me. And he even said that was hard for a lot of people to really split the two. But
it's like Ray Pruitt. Remember when the guy that played Jamie Walters? Jamie Walters played Ray Pruitt on 90210. And he shoved down a flight of stairs.
Not nice.
And so
just the character did, though.
People would stop him on the street and flip out on him.
Throwing her down the stairs. You should be ashamed of yourself.
So
anyways, and then Pee-wee says, he goes, I went to great lengths to not be photographed out of character. And then he said until he was photographed out of character, meaning his mugshot for the indecent exposure or whatever. But be that as it may, just genius. It was just so different and so pure. It was just, I don't know. I can't. They were saying today that it was a callback to Charlie Chaplin or Buster Keaton, and it kind of was. But he was sort of ahead of his time, behind his time. But he had been in all kinds of stuff since then. He was on What We Do in the Shadows, as a matter of fact. He was part of the.
I liked him in Blow.
Oh, he's great in Blow.
He played Derek for real in Blow, and he was a gay hairstylist back before being gay was fabulous. In I guess they were. Fabulous. I think it was always fabulous, but I mean, in the world,
point, Liberace.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that it was a time where it was more difficult to be openly gay.
Absolutely.
He was an openly gay hairstylist in I guess somewhere in California, maybe LA, and then he was involved with drug trafficking. So kids, be gay if you want to, or don't be gay if you don't want to, but also maybe stop just short of drug trafficking.
Yeah.
And
just be a good person. From all intents and purposes.
Oh my God! Yes,
he was a good person. Paul Rubens was a good person.
Well, didn't he get into some trouble at some point?
He was just adult
rubbing one off.
Yeah, it was no. Today it wouldn't even be
an adult movie. Like, isn't everybody
I go down the adult movie? I'm going after this
like,
podcast.
isn't that the thing you play pocket pool during
I
an
think
adult
that's
film?
what you're supposed to do. That was before the internet.
Is that where the popcorn trick was invented?
You had to go and do the thing. I never did it myself, but I'm just saying, I think that's what those establishments were for. And in the Worcester area, there was this, I think it was Sutton Drive-In. I think they called it the Sutton Drive-In. They showed the adult film. So you could go there in your car. And
could you imagine being
your little friend,
a teenage boy living adjacent to the Sutton Drive-In where they showed adult films?
Well, it would be equivalent of having the internet now, I think.
They all have the internet now. Yeah. Tracy says, yeah, that is sad that he passed. Good old days of TV. Oh my God, we used to love to watch Pee-wee's Playhouse. I would love to get baked and watch Pee-wee's Playhouse. I think that would be hilarious. Yes, I agree with the statement of being in the same class of Charlie Chaplin.
And the characters on, and like, just anyways, just a sad day. It's always a sad day when somebody like that, you just like kind of out of the blue, like you just, and we were having this conversation last night, and I was thinking to myself, it's like, I'm gonna have a real hard time with like McCartney and like Ringo, like in Jagger, like these people are like 80 years old. I mean, they're not gonna be around forever, and they're starting to show some of the actual age, but it's gonna be real tough. I mean, it's always tough, but I'm just saying, like that like the people that were always there were like, because I was born and the Beatles were famous, right? Like, because I was born in '65, so it's like they were always there. So and the Stones were always there, and half the people I'm fans of were dead before I was born. So it's an odd thing, and so anyways, we're gonna miss him. Hopefully he's in a better place. Hopefully he's
how could he not be
with Chaplin and Keaton right now?
How could he not be in a better place?
I don't know. Maybe he lived a
Wait, who's Keaton?
Life. Buster Keaton.
I don't know who that is.
He was like an old silent film star. Apparently Keaton broke his back doing a stunt like on a train or something. Like he'd do these crazy whacked out stunts.
I think it's black and white really interesting that my husband remembers silent films.
I don't remember them per se, but when I was born, silent films were only like 40 years old, and now we're talking about Pee-wee, who was Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Did you have a TV in your house growing up?
We did. We had a TV.
Were TVs
sometimes
invented?
It worked. Sometimes you had to call the TV repairman. You had to call Harry's TV repair guy. The guy would come with his briefcase full of tubes, and you didn't want to know behind the TV. It was like this big thing that stuck out, and it was like
my butt.
It was all it kind of was. And then it was a bunch of pegboard holes in there to keep it cool in there. And there are all these vacuum tubes and stuff, and you made this.
Good luck getting rid of one of those TVs now. Although I think that they might be like turned into like fish tanks and stuff. I don't know.
And so so back it was different. And so like you'd have that thing, the screen would go by. I don't know if anybody remembers that. That's in our audience, but you used to have the vertical hold. They used to go like. The picture used to move up, and you'd have to work that, and you have the antenna. And we never got UHF, so we had VHF, and we had three Boston channels. Channel 2 sort of came in, and that was PBS, still is, and that was like Zoom and Romper Room and stuff like that. But by the time I moved to Massachusetts, I was kind of done with that. And then you get Channel 10 and 12 out of Rhode Island, and that's where I learned about the Mom Cool on Washington Street. So,
side note, Todd's here. He says hi.
Hello, Todd.
And Reese is here. She says hi. Don't I look like more of a human being now that I have like a little bit of a face on? It's not even just like
now I look worse because I haven't put my face on. Let me put my face on.
I think I look like reasonably decent in person, but the camera, like, it fucks you up.
Wash you out.
It stresses me out to be on camera. I'm not going to lie. But thank you, Tracy, for realizing that I lost a little weight. I am down to 252. I think I was up to like 258 at one point. And of course, my goal would be to be like back to 135. But I would settle for my first goal is 250. And then my next goal will be, and my next goal will be, and my next goal will be. And I did yoga today, and I swam today. I only did 10 minutes of yoga, but I do yin yoga, and then I swam for 30 minutes.
You did Wim Hof? You did meditation?
I did Wim Hof. You did Wim Hof. We did meditation. We had I had delightful salmon for dinner. Doug did not eat because he was aggravated, and that is not good. You have to take care of yourself before anything else, and then eat a healthy food instead of being aggravated and then eat garbage. Self-care Priority, people. It's the most important thing you do because you are responsible for one person on this planet. You can't control what anybody else says. You can't control what anybody else does. You can't control what anybody else thinks. You can't control what anybody else feels. Start with you.
I'm getting a workout right here.
He's getting his workout.
Yeah, I'm working on my whatever.
Oh, my hero. Like Popeye eats spinach. You eat Franco-American. Because you're not like a workout guy.
I'm not a workout guy, no.
You did swim today, though. You swam some laps.
A couple laps, maybe.
Maybe like 10.
Oh.
That's good.
And I got out of bed and yeah, I'm in the pool.
And you're alive.
I'm alive. That's all I can.
You know what? That's the thing too. Is like the more like when I have stuff going on in my life that is bothering me, that I realize I need to surround myself with friends. I need to go out and have fun. I need to do something to distract myself. I need to do something to change my state. I need to nurture my body. I need to eat healthy because I think a lot of us. I don't know about you guys, but I have had a tendency in my lifetime to feed my feelings. It's not why I'm fat, by the way. But my fatness is people with Lyme disease either gain weight or lose weight, plus the menopause of it all, plus my fucking thyroid issues, plus parasites, all of the fun fucking shit. And yeah, I'm sure that my diet sometimes isn't great, but most of the time you'd be like, why are you not like the skinniest person I know? Because you eat like nothing but fucking vegetables. Well, and protein. So Anne says, Stacey, thanks for all the info you sent me earlier. I had a busy day, so I haven't really looked at it. No worries. The problem with me, actually, this is on my list. I know that you guys are very excited about the battle of the animals to the death. However, Doug told me that the bracket had 64, and I've been looking online at brackets, and I've only found 32 brackets. So we're going to have to look a little further into the brackets.
There are 64
so we can keep
teams in a March Madness bracket.
But I think that they don't bring it down that far when they put it on the bracket. I don't know. But like, we'll talk about it after you're the graphics guy.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
But I do want to say that you guys, so our pool is extra buggy lately. I don't feel like the filter's really doing its job, and we're going to talk to the pool guys when they come. But the fucking ants, they bite. They're so mean, fuckers. So on my list was delusional people.
Yeah.
So we've all encountered people in our lives that are delusional. I think right now Doug's being delusional about his workout.
I was just wondering if this made it look like I had big googly eyes. I'm like, hey.
You do look a little bit like an owl. That we're all a so I talked about feeding your feelings, right? Why did I talk about feeding your feelings? Taking care of yourself. You want to make sure that when you're stressed out that you're taking care of yourself. You're eating healthy, you're getting exercise, you're getting quality sleep. Like, get to the basics. Because what a lot of people will do is when they're stressed out or having a bad day or whatever, they'll take it out of the people around them. They'll turn to drugs and alcohol. They'll self-isolate. They'll attack the people closest to them. Oh God, what things have you seen people do when they're in a bad place that isn't good?
They yell at people in traffic.
Yell at people in traffic, road rage. Oh, we saw some road rage. Oh my God, how are we not even talking about the weekend? We saw a road rage incident.
Oh, we don't know what actually happened.
But there was a very angry gay man with rainbow flag plates. And by the way, if there is a gay walk, it was a gay walk. And he had like, those shorts were very short and not for his body type.
The shorts were, and yeah, no, right. You're right. Absolutely.
So let's just say, perhaps he was like a middle-aged man with a little pot belly and some short shorts on.
But he was younger. He was
he was like in his 30s.
Oh, I thought he was younger than that.
No, he was definitely like in his 30s. Like maybe late 20s, early. I'm going early 30s. So he gets out of the passenger side of his car, and which, by the way, his walk was even more ridiculous than mine. And goes up to the passenger side window of another car diagonally across from him to go and have a word with them.
They had a word. Now we were thinking
and then stormed off
each other.
And we're like, what happened? What happened? We need to know.
All right, so here's the funny thing. Well, it's not funny. The person that he yelled at had a handicap plate. So we're thinking
it's a minority on minority crime.
Like some sort of crime, like special plate crying.
I don't know.
thing.
So the funny thing is, we wouldn't have known if he was gay, but he had a pride flag. So, but
Well, it might have been the person that owned the car had the pride thing, and he was just like small.
I wish I
shorts.
could have been in that car to hear that conversation.
We didn't know what happened, and it was kind of like
because
one of those things that we wanted to know.
I think in every relationship there's the one person that is going to go up and confront someone, and there's the person that sits there like a fucking pussy.
Which one am I in this relationship, honey?
I'm not saying you're the
Which
one.
one am I?
You did get between me and Jeff Galooly.
I did
that one time.
Yeah.
And then
she was gonna smack
you
this dude.
you defended me to someone that was awful to me. You wouldn't let them in our house.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say that you're a pussy, but I'm saying that there's one person that is.
Oh, there's
outspoken.
one person that will. Yeah.
In the relationship,
You
there's
know
usually one person.
I'm like
that's
the
more
Dalai
outspoken.
fucking llama. I will let.
That
I
is
will live and let live right there. That's what I am.
That is such bullshit.
Like
As a matter of fact, I was just talking to
me sitting
I
over
was
here.
just talking to Nolan about this. That you'll be like, "Oh, I'm sorry that happened," but you won't say anything, and then you'll get off the fucking phone and be like, "What the fuck?" He's so full of shit. Anyway, Risa is saying, "I'm fluffy because I love food and I don't like calorie deficits. I'm preparing for a famine." Good for you, girl. Yes, she is.
Yeah.
And P.S. I think a woman with some curves is where it's at, but what do I fucking know? But I'm saying I love food too. Actually, it's funny. My friend Christina, who, by the way,
skinny bitch,
she's of a certain age. I'm not going to name numbers, but because she's not here, she's not 55.
No, we can't discuss age
but the
weight. That's
I'm not talking about her weight, but I'm saying that the woman rocks a fucking bikini and she looks amazing. Not my type, but amazing. Like, you want to hate her, but she's like the nicest person on the planet, and she works for it. She does the intermittent fasting. She has a tonal. She goes for a walk every morning. She swims. She's on a Peloton. She's not a boozer.
I hope she's watching.
She never watches, and she's definitely not a boozer. But some people, some people are in a better shape than others. I actually read a thing about how chess players doing tournament chess burn something like 3,000 to 6,000 calories per tournament.
Just nervous.
I should be skinny. I used to play chess. This one time at band camp, bahaha, you can sit it. You can sit it this one time. Where's
you can sit it out this one time, maybe.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
This one time, I do like that one time at band camp. I stuck a flute in my pussy. I've never actually done that, but
no
I've never done that. That's all I'm gonna say. And Tracy says, I'm fluffy because of my hormones. I'm fluffy because of my hormones. And I'm fluffy because I have a man who likes big butts and he cannot lie.
Cat, or do you want a cat that's fluffy?
My cat is hairless and you seem to like it.
If I'm saying, do you want one of those skin cats or do you want a fluffy cat? I would like a fluffy cat. I like fluffy people and fluffy cats. There we go. Has nothing to do with anything other than I've never heard the term fluffy before, so maybe I'm just sort of amused by it.
I'm just sending a text because I need to. Can you say something about being fluffy or?
So Tracy said that this one time Doug stepped in one time. Yeah, I did. I stepped in it. I feel like a kazoo would be more interesting than this podcast. What, Risa? I thought you liked our podcast. I like a little meat on the bone. I've never heard fluffy. This is the first time I understood what it meant. I get the vernacular. I actually like it as a term because it turns something probably into more of a positive connotation than the old Match.com curvy, which became a thing. Anyway, curvy. I like a curvy girl. What the hell? I like everybody. What the hell? Yeah, whatever. I just don't want a skinless cat or one of those furless cats. More interesting than a flute. Oh, a kazoo. A kazoo. If you put a kazoo up there and you force some air through the kazoo, would it make a kazoo noise?
I don't know.
Sometimes just make the normal noise.
I will tell you this. Sometimes my butt makes a kazoo noise.
Oh, excellent.
I think this morning we were you were talking to me when I was peeing and I sat down to pee and I farted.
Yeah.
And I was like, do you think that the guy that wants to eat my asshole all day would want to eat it right now? Because my kazoo farts.
It's making squealing noises. I need to watch the comedian Gabriel Iglesias. He talks about the various versions of fat. I've seen him. He's actually very funny.
He's very funny. We listen to him in the car a lot.
I love all the heavy comedians. I like who's the guy that died? That was super funny.
Ralphie May. I thought he was funny. I saw Ralphie May.
Yeah.
Actually, I saw Ralphie May at Hosting Con in Boston. He was one of the like pop outs. So like these marketing companies will like hire somebody and like do it as a big, marketing thing. Ralphie May did it. And tech events, there's not a lot of women there. I was one of a few, and I'm not offended by much, and I fucking left. I was like, this is terrible.
John Panette was another guy,
and everybody just slowly walked out. Like one person after another, were just like,
wasn't his
no, it was like offensive, like to women. Like it was like, it wasn't funny. It was just disrespectful. And like, I'm not right. I think we can establish like I'm not a prude. I'm not uptight. Like, and I was like, Jesus, really?
I think you're a prude
because I won't let the random stranger on the internet lick my asshole all day.
All day.
Okay, and maybe. Which comment? Lisa says, Risa says, more interesting than a flute. Lots of things are more interesting than a flute. Oh, so you feel like a kazoo would be more interesting. So are we all here? Do we go with? Do we get all the comments?
We're up to Husky. The next one down.
You need to watch the comedian Gabriel Iglesias. He talks about the various versions of fat, which we've probably seen, but if you have a link, we would love to watch it. Also, I'm trying to find the Bert Kreischer link where he talks about his kids. It's actually really funny. He's like, this is actually so funny. He's got, I got to find it, but basically Bert Kreischer and his wife have other friends that have kids. And it's great because they can all like go on vacation together and the kids do their thing and the adults do their thing. And so at one point the kids are playing and one of the kids comes up and is like ratting on her sister. And and I don't know if it was him or his wife. And his wife is like the nicest lady. And he goes, hey, Isla. And it's all these like parents that are like what they consider to be bad parents. And, but not like, just not like, they're not, they're Gen X parents. And if you're a Gen Xer, you kind of know what that means. Like that you're just kind of like, all right, kid, like here's the reality of it all. And so the kid comes up and she goes, Isla, why are you snitching on your sister? Or maybe it was Georgia. I don't remember which kid. And the mom who's had a few, Leanne, and she goes, yeah, Isla, stop being a fucking snitch. And he explained to the little girl, he's like, listen, you shouldn't be telling on your sister. You and your sister should be conspiring against your mom and I. Like, that's how you got in the world. Like brothers and sisters, sisters and brothers, brothers and brothers, your siblings. Those are your people because they're your family. They know what you've been through. Yes, you've got your sibling rivalry, but like, let's face it, we're all adults now. That y'all should be conspiring against your parents. One is out too late. The other one covers for them. You pass the football back and forth. Like maybe one of you doesn't want to deal with some parental responsibility and the other one does. Like you take turns. No, it's your turn. You pass the football off. Whatever it is. The point is that siblings are supposed to come together. And I thought that was really a funny clip, and I'll have to find it. But definitely send me the link of Fluffy, and we have to tell them about our weekend. I have a whole list.
Healthy, Husky, Fluffy, damn, and oh hell no.
So yeah.
Oh hell no.
I'll take everything.
Yeah.
I'll take everything. I think everyone's beautiful.
We're all here because we're not all there. That's very true.
Oh, that is. Oh my God, his explanation of Isla being stupid. Oh my God.
Amazing. Yeah.
But it's so funny because I'm like, does Isla watch that? And like, and it's so funny too, because like our podcast is a comedy podcast. Like
he's definitely not saying that Isla like, but he always redeems her in the end, right? He doesn't make fun. He like kind of pokes fun at her, but he doesn't make fun of her.
So right? I don't. Well, the one where he talks about Isla being stupid is pretty bad. But I will say, like, I will say that, you may have a kid that's not necessarily the smartest kid, right? Like that's not book smart by traditional standards, or doesn't get good grades, but in the real world, and we talked about this when we read Rich Dad Poor Dad here on the podcast, the C student, the A students work for the C students, and the D students own the company. So I am about as worried about that kid as I'm not worried at all. And I think that that's the thing about it, is we all have to realize what our individual our individual strengths are. Right? So I had a whole bunch of stuff to talk about. I had notes. We do have our animal brackets, but like I haven't done the bracket.
well,
Sorry, I was going to do the
some
bracket.
research
I
on
got pulled away. Everything I've done today, I just got pulled in one direction or another, which was fine. I was happy to do it. And I, as a matter of fact, someone that I love very much today thanked me for all the things that I've done to help them, and it meant the world to me. I don't know if you know this about me, but I love to do things to help people, and I don't really, I just do it to help. I don't really need anything in return, but it really, really feels great when someone appreciates me, and it doesn't happen often. And so it means the world to me. So there you go. I'm not going to cry, but I'm thinking about it. And then, oh no, he said if Isla wasn't his kid, he would call her stupid. That's right. That's exactly what he said. It was a good clip. So we have many notes, but I would like to start off with talking about our weekend.
Our final trip to the Christmas tree shop.
Oh shit!
What
You're supposed to bring the box out.
Oh, I don't know how we're gonna do that.
Just bring just bring it out here, and we'll hold up the items one by one. We'll do like a little Vanna White situation.
Which, well, I don't know if people want to see what we.
Yes, they do.
Okay. Well, you have to take the presents out for the boys because
yes.
Those are good. But we'll share those when
we'll share them when the boys come. Actually, maybe we'll give it to them live on air. Live on air. It's a present for you. Actually, one night we'll do the one present and the other night we'll do the other present. We like to bribe our children with lofty gifts. You're going to see how fancy we are. Just Reason said, ooh, what's in the box? Are you thinking what's in the box like in 7 when it was Brad Pitt's wife's head? Sorry to ruin the movie for you. And if you haven't seen that movie, you should see that movie. It's fucked up. First time I ever watched 7, it was like 4 a.m. and I couldn't sleep and I was home alone. Sorry, home alone with the kids. They're very good at protecting you. And Reason said, yes. Girl, I like the way you think. And also, why can you come down and play Cards Against Humanity with us, please? You're going to have to I don't know. You're going to have to do something so as we're just going to have to pick tomatoes. Oh my God. Because we're running out of money, but I was thinking actually if Risa came, she would fix all of my gardening problems because there are many. Okay, so our weekend was podcast Friday night. Thank you for everybody who came. And then on Saturday was errand day?
Saturday was errand day.
So Saturday was errand day. So we got up. I'm going to reach it. Calm yourself. Saturday was errand day. So on Saturday, what was the first thing we did? Oh, we're in a mission. We're on a mission to find Celtic salt. We stopped at the hardware store. Doug had to get caulk.
I had to get caulk.
And another thing. And then we went to where did we go? Oh, then we went to like 3 grocery stores looking for Celtic salt. So apparently the Celtic salt of it all, sorry, I have to put my, apparently Celtic salt has become like all the rage because of our dear friend, Barbara O'Neill. And so you can't fucking find it anywhere. So what I just did was I had a box ordered from Walmart that'll get here on Wednesday. And I ordered a case. If anybody remembers, it's a case of 6. If anybody remembers, I thought we opened a box of salt on the podcast and there were 6 bags and Doug was like, what are we going to do with 6 bags of salt? We don't have anywhere to put it. And, but the salt has since disappeared. So if anybody knows where our 5 bags of fucking salt are, or if Doug says we didn't get 6 bags, I firmly believe that there were 6 bags. Please save us from our own marital hate. Risa says, I don't know how you grow anything in that inferno.
Real feel 108 today.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Real feel. Yeah. So when I went in to look for the salt at this place called Ada's, which is a nice little market.
They're a great smoothie bar.
The guy's like, goes, oh yeah, TikTok. Yeah, we got nothing. So.
TikTok. And there's another one. Wild yam cream is also sold out. I have been putting wild yam cream, which is not yams like the tubers that you get at the grocery store, but it's a wild yam. It's different. Wild. That I have been getting the wild yam cream and rubbing it in various places of my body because women are supposed to alternate. And I have been rubbing it on my husband's balls once a day.
She asked me, you want me to rub yam cream on your balls? I'm like, Sure. Who am I to
Who's
say
gonna
no?
turn down yam cream on their balls?
I don't know.
Maybe I'm gonna stand like on a corner and like just like
With
be
a
like,
sign like
would
yam
you,
cream.
would you like me to put yam cream,
Yam
on your balls?
for $1?
I would, but it's expensive. So
Oh.
here's the thing about the yam cream, and
$2.
I highly recommend looking it up, is that it basically what it does is it levels out your progesterone. So for
Which I
women, that means more progesterone, more testosterone, less estrogen. So if you're like me, middle-aged woman with a fat ass belly, it'll help change that. And for men, it actually increases your testosterone. So men do it once a day, women do it twice a day. Premenopausal women should skip the week of their period. And menopausal women should, they can just go fucking crazy. The thing is that menopausal women, non-menopausal women. Oh, there was a time where people used wild yams as birth control. But if you look on the website, they
jam 'em up there.
specifically say
Oh wait,
not
that's
to
not
be
what they did.
not to be used for birth control. I don't think that they jammed them
No,
up there.
That's what like the Aztec people would say. They would take the yam and they were like, yam it up there, yam.
I don't even
So
know
that's
what
where
to
the
say
yam
about
got-
this kind of
So
nonsense.
don't yam a yam.
I
up
thought
your
I was
yam.
horrified. I got Nolan and Casey pretty good tonight.
Yeah, you did. She was on speaker.
I like to yeah, poor Casey. Well,
Yeah, we don't even know the kid.
Do you think so? Casey's Nolan's boyfriend, and we don't even know if we do not know we don't know him very well. We've only talked to him like twice, and we really do want to have him down at some point. But again, broke, and like it's not even just the flight; it's the because again, points. It's not even just the flight. But it's the well, when he's down here, we want to show him a good time and stuff. It adds up. Like when you're taking 5 people to do stuff, it adds up. Like we do less. Like right now, like when the boys come, like we have a couple little things planned, but it's not going to be like Disney World. And I don't mean like literally Disney World. I mean like not even fun. Like,
but even when I was taking the boys out every Wednesday night, we would always find like the $3.99 burger night. We would find this. We would find deals,
we have fun playing Flux. We have fun playing in the pool. We
Yeah.
have fun playing volleyball. Nolan and I like to drown in the deep end.
No, that's your problem.
Although I think Wes is getting really good at volleyball. And by the way, Wesley sent me just said thank you to me for booking his lift, and that meant so much to me. Thanks, Wes. And I can't wait to see you. And but I horrified Nolan and Casey today is really the point. So I'm glad to horrify you. Risa says, I don't know in the Inferno. So some things grow, some things don't. Like a lot of things grow actually. It's just different plants. We have like more varieties of trees than any state in the Union. And it's so funny because some people will be like, Florida doesn't have any trees. Like, bitch, have you been to Lehigh?
We have more species of trees than any other
just
state.
said that.
Oh, I missed that part.
He doesn't listen to what I said.
Attention.
Queen Anne's place is used for birth control.
So are granny panties.
I use not having a uterus for birth control. And he smells.
I smell bad.
He doesn't smell bad. He's never smelled bad. Never, ever. He's never farted in front of me. He never has BO. Sometimes he's a fucking idiot though. And
nice.
she meant Queen Anne's lace, but I knew what you meant, Risa. And then have you been using that as birth control, and how is it working? And Christopher McGay is here, and he says 76.
I don't know what he's talking about 76 for.
I was born in 76.
You were born in 76.
It is 76 degrees where you are.
Chris and I were hanging around in 76, probably listening to Wings albums.
Really?
Chris was a Wings fan. He was,
Okay.
He was a Wings
fan.
I
don't think I would know who Wings were if they hit me in the head. The only thing of Wings that I can think of is Buffalo Wings, and then of course that show Wings.
You don't know who Wings are, the band.
Maybe. Sing me a song. Sing me.
Band on the Run. It's Paul McCartney's band after the
It's okay. It's okay.
I don't know why I didn't.
Chris, I'm glad you're here though.
I'm surprised I didn't pick Junior's Farm. That's my favorite one.
Tracy said, so are granny panties. I don't know. Some people are into that. If you've ever seen one of my favorite movies, directed by my friend Kevin Smith, not really my friend, but maybe, with Jason Mewes, Elizabeth Banks, Tracy, is it Tracy Lord? No, it's not Tracy Lord. Who's the porn star that's in it?
I don't know that there's
different porn. There's a porn star in it. In any case, Jason Mewes, Jeffrey Anderson, Kevin Smith does not appear in it at all. Oh, Seth Rogen.
I'm not a big Seth Rogen fan.
I know you don't like Seth Rogen, but anyway, it's a movie called Zack and Miri Make a Porno, and apparently somebody videotaped Elizabeth Banks in her name was Miri, in her underwear, and she was wearing granny panties because her laundry was all dirty or she had her period or whatever. And it went viral on the internet, and it was called Granny Panties, and they made a porn with granny panties so that they could pay rent, and it saved the day. And then they fell in love, and it was so cute. Sorry to spoil the movie for you, but you should see it. It's good. It's heartwarming. Chris McGay has sent us a link.
We can't click on it right now.
We can't click on it right now, but tell me what you're working with. Is that a Wings song? I can't even click on it. And Tracy said, all I can think of is Red Wings, like the Boots. But I knew the song when she sang it. Incidentally, if you know anybody looking for work boots, I found a really good deal that I sent to my friend Zach today on work boots. 2 pairs for $79. It was a real brand, and it was at DSW.
You get both shoes
and I also got a deal. Yeah. 2 pairs. And I also found a deal on Carhartt hoodies today. Again, just came into my email. I did not purchase these things, but I did have a good day in terms of the purchasing. We're going to get there. I have not used it for birth control. My spinster hood is destined, so I'm good. I don't think you're really a spinster, though, because you've got Steve, the powdery man baby, unless something changed that I don't know of.
Be a spinster. Your spinster is being cheap, right? Not
no,
being alone.
Spinster is being like old and single. Spinster.
I thought spinster was.
Yes, that's what cheap. A spinster. Oh my God, Tracy! Thank God you're here. Can you look up spinster for us and tell us what the hell Chris's video was? Not what the hell Chris's. What?
I can be. We want to know. Things. I can admit
you're wrong all the time. Oh
sure.
My God, I was just talking about it today. I don't even know who I was talking to about it. It's like I have people around the world call me because they're like, "Oh, Stacey has intelligent things to say." I have a friend who is a doctor who calls me about medical shit all the time, but my husband listens to me about nothing.
Hey, I eat the goddamn salt. Leave me alone.
You ate the salt. Where is the package from?
Celtic?
No, the package that was here that was misdelivered to us.
Oh, it's from Carrie's.
That's not the point. Doug had bought himself a t-shirt. Doug desperately needs clothes. Are you sick of the 5 same t-shirts in rotation that all have holes and stains?
Yeah, that's a good one, though.
So he bought himself a t-shirt.
Controls, baby.
Like the lunatic he is, bought himself a t-shirt that doesn't have a hole or a stain in it. In any case, when the t-shirt arrived, there was another t-shirt in there. And it was not for us, and it had a label.
And in the shirt had a little shipping label.
And so Doug's like, oh, I'm just going to mail it to this person. And so he's like, oh, I got to find a UPS. And I'm like, no, it's USPS. No, it's not. Yes, it is. It's USPS. Once again today, I'm like, just put it in the mailbox. Oh, it's UPS. I told you it's USPS. He still had to go over and look at it to see that it was USPS. Did you say, I'm sorry, you were right.
I did.
I was wrong. I should listen to you more often.
I did. How many things? Calm down, Famke.
How many things? And it's settle down, Famke.
Settle down, Famke.
It's not, whatever. Perhaps we should listen to our wife.
Yeah, no. I'm just,
Oh, I'm just here to solve all of the world's fucking problems.
That's what you do. You're like Harvey goddamn Keitel.
I'm like Vanilla Ice, and we're going to talk about that at some point. It's in my notes.
Arisa says it was childless and unmarried for some reason.
Yeah, that's what a spinster means.
You're looking?
It doesn't matter. Reese already answered the question.
Do you know the name of the work boots? What are the work boots? Some people are really picky about their stupid.
Some people are, but I sent it to Zach. So let me pull it up. Hang on. So they are Wolverine.
Oh, that's quality goes in before
from DSW. Okay. So that was so you don't need to look up anything. That's the name of the work boots. Let me know if you want the link. Carhartt hoodie, $39.99, which is normally like $59.99, or maybe it was $30. It was like $36.99. Anyway, I get these emails from slickdeals.com. Yes, did not sign up for that mailing list.
Oh, I'm getting all kinds of stuff. Like I don't know. Like lately, we must have visited the wrong.
Just make sure you unsubscribe from everything as soon as it comes in, or send it to junk mail.
And I'm supposed to send this Prince of Arabia money so he can get out of jail.
Does he know that we don't have any money?
Yeah, no, he's barking up the wrong tree.
Side note, we have hit 60,000 points on our Chase Sapphire Visa. So when you open your card, you have to make so many purchases. It's actually $4,000 within the first 3 months. And so what I did was I just paid my rent on it. And there you go. And well, our rent is $2,200, but
As they said on The Simpsons when he stole a cop car, I'm taking this thing to Mexico.
there you go. I would love to take it to Mexico and everything, but the reason we got it was so that we could, despite our current financial situation, be able to afford to fly the boys down, to be able to fly Doug back to Massachusetts for his legal and financial matter, and also because my emergency fund is running out of money, and so we need an emergency fund, and open credit is just the way to do it. And hopefully we will not have to use them, but
rubbing yam cream on balls over down
Yeah.
the corner.
and my OnlyFans station, which is really becoming a whole thing. And Tracy says, "Wahoo to points." Oh, wait till you hear this. I have more of the story. There's so many things. Tracy says, "My wife took a day off today to go to an appointment with me in Rhode Island." Aww.
That's love.
She's the best wife ever. And I want to know what the appointment was in Rhode Island. Are you
Did you
okay?
take the truck?
Do you need anything? Did you? Oh, I hope they didn't take the truck. That thing gets like 2
They
miles
took
a
the truck.
gallon.
They took the MF truck.
I think Tracy needs truck nuts. If I wasn't broke right now, I would buy you some truck nuts. I listen to my wife a lot because she's a smart woman. That makes you a smart woman. Unlike some people I know. Wahoo to points. Oh, wait, I'm not done yet. Thank you. My godson needs some, but it's hard to find size 15. Let me send you the link because it's a specific, like you have to like click this, do that, blah, blah, blah. Like it's a
That's
convoluted
how they
thing.
get you. That's
But
how the
it's two
Chinese are
pairs.
tracking you in.
It's
That's
2
how they're
pairs.
tracking
So I always think that it's a good idea to have 2 pairs of work boots because like if one gets wet and you're wearing them out evenly and you alternate them day by day. That's what my dad used to do. And sometimes he's right. Tracy said, "I did take the truck."
Yeah,
Oh my God. It cost Tracy $2,000 to go to Rhode Island. It was for an appointment for my trash of a back.
That's no good.
Oh, sweetie. My friend Dave, who is not here, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with him. Dave just recently.
Speaking of trash.
Dave is not trash. Dave just recently had back surgery. He has had many a back surgery. Yeah, maybe you would like his surgeon. I'm glad that you're right. Well, so Becky is a nurse, so she was the perfect person to take with you, even if she wasn't your wife. And because she's your wife, double duty. Like you got like a double header there. And
No comment.
just know, Tracy, that we're thinking of you always, and I'm so sorry. And I never told Christina, the chiropractor you go to, but I'll let her know. Okay. So back to the weekend. So we went to a bunch of places looking for salt, which we did not find. And then we went to
Christmas tree shop.
The Christmas tree shop. So
last 2 days. So the last day was Sunday. The second to last day was the day we were there.
So if you recall, we had bought 2 floats that had like a little sling in the back and you kind of put your butt in the water. And I was like, oh, these will be perfect for when the kids are here because especially for Nolan likes to float around on a flamingo, but it's too hot to be like in the air right now. You need to be partially in the water at least. So I was like, okay, well, let's get a couple of these. They're on sale because the Christmas tree shop is going out of business and the kids will enjoy it. We always try to pick up a few like things like, to make their stay more comfortable. We pick up this food they like. We make sure that we have games. Like I'll usually pick up a new Flux. Like we try to keep,
I get a nice new roll of butter rum lifesavers to put in the bottom of my purse.
You don't do that, but that's what my grandmother did, and it was
what
a
all
vibrator.
grandmothers
It was
do.
a vibrator. I put it in my grandmother's purse, a vibrator. If you haven't heard that story, I will tell it again, but I did buy my grandmother a vibrator. So remind me if you want to hear that story. And Trace Ann said, "Thanks, it's worth it for him." You're so sweet. And then exactly, I thought I brought the nurse with me. We like the specialist chiropractor we saw for the first time. He was phenomenal, and I have to go back on Wednesday.
Nice.
Yay! Tracy says, laughing my ass off. I've heard the story. It is always worth a repeat. Okay, here's the Cliff Notes version of the story. I was having a sex toy party at my house. My grandmother was a lovely woman, but perhaps did not have the most enticing of sex lives. And there was a time perhaps where we discussed her sex life in a small restaurant, and she told me that she didn't know if she said, "I think so," in regards to having an orgasm, at which point I fucking lost it and the entire restaurant heard it. So I had the sex toy party and I was trying to figure out the menu. And of course I called my grandma, Grandma, what should I serve? And she's like, oh, get a bunch of dick stuff. That's all you think about. Dick sticks. I've been like this forever. Sorry, guys. Anyway, so they had a little vibrator that looked like it was a container of Lifesavers, and inside was just a little tiny vibrator. So my grandparents are getting ready to leave on vacation to Florida, and I put it in my grandmother's bag. And I go, Grandma, I put some candy in your bag for your trip. And I go, and my kids are like, Mommy, can we have some candy? And I'm like, no, it's sugar-free. I'll get you some candy on the way home. And so I guess over the weekend, my cousin and my uncle were there, and they asked my grandmother if they had anything sweet because they're like all diety and whatnot. And my grandmother's like, oh, Stacy got me some candy for my trip. Let me get it. And she opens it and she's like, what's this? And my uncle and my cousin are laughing so fucking hard that they can't even like mouth the words. And I got a very angry phone call from my grandfather about how it was against their religion and I needed to come get it right now.
Like, you had to drive 45 minutes to come get it. They couldn't just throw it in the trash.
Well, maybe
or donate it.
Maybe he didn't know how much vibrators cost and how that it was a shitty vibrator that only costs $10.
Maybe he thought that you would enjoy it.
So I don't know, but let's talk about love my grandfather, love him, so much respect for him. Sober 31 years when he passed, wonderful husband. Not so much with the father, but he definitely tried to be better at the second half of his life, and he was a great grandfather. And a great grandfather, but he was a great grandfather to me. I called him Grumpy, but anyway, it's funny that he would get pissed that I bought my grandmother a vibrator because when I'm looking at his computer and cleaning the porn off, oh, that's against our religion. And he's telling me that he's going to give me the Medal of St. Christopher because I found his printer ink and that I should get back to the church. Oh. Are you fucking kidding me?
Grumpy had needs.
So anyway,
you would know.
As Tracy said, you would know. That's what I said in the middle of Magoni's. I would suggest going to Magoni's sometime and going off on a tirade. And also order yourself a Manhattan. It's enough for 2 Manhattans and it'll put you on your ass. I had a sip once. I swear to God, it's like drinking turpentine. So we had our returns.
All right. So we went and the place was
mob scene. It
was a crazy mob scene. And like people are just buying anything. So most of the back of the store was empty, like where like all the back of furniture and the linens and stuff, that was all empty. They had a few like tchotchkes and seasonal things. But what they did is they brought out all like the seasonal stuff. Like so you had like they had like some Halloween stuff. They had Flag Day. Just whatever was in the back, they just dumped it out. But apparently, like, because the last time we were there, the store was full. It was chock full. They had a bunch of food. They had all kinds of crazy stuff. So, anyways, this time they did not, and there was the most random.
But there were people
that was left.
There were people with carts filled with like 1,000 items, like small items, just filled or busting at the seam or overflowing. It was insane. Okay, so I'm going to show you.
My funniest one was the people getting the Easter candy. They had a bunch of Easter candy left. It was very funny. Anyway.
So I want to show you what we bought. And I want you to guess. Now, again, it's closeout prices. I want you to guess what we spent. Okay. So we'll do a price. Right. Yes, I have the receipt. So whoever gets the price right,
without going over,
closest Price is Right rules. Whoever gets the price right will get a prize.
$1.
Not $1. They're getting a prize. There's only 2 people here, so one of the 2 of you will get a prize. It'll be very exciting. Okay, ready?
And then we'll tell the beauty of
this lovely sign.
Look at this. Ooh. We wanted something. Keep on shining. That's a positive message. That's a piece of decor. That's a classic Christmas tree shop item right there. Even says Christmas tree shop on the back.
You're showing them the price.
Collector's item. Yeah, well, that's all right. They don't know what the percentage was that we got off.
We got look at this.
Oh, look at this. This
little rhino planter.
Rhino planter.
Little rhino planter.
So if you have rhinoplasty and we're gonna send you a plant. And we have the perfect little planter.
This little sign.
Then right here, today's menu, it's got a little chalkboard on there.
Because I do the meal planning and Doug always forgets what we're supposed to have. And so here you go.
And look at this. Chalk included. I don't know if you can read that. Chalk is included. A little handy spot for it. Chalk included. So we're going to have menu situation.
2 cookie cutters so that when Doug makes his mom's cookies at Christmas, we have cookie shapes because I think we have dog shapes.
We have cookie shapes, but they're like super big, and I'd rather have smaller cookies.
Those look big.
Yeah,
we bought a new bubble machine because our current bubble machine is suicidal and tries to jump in the pool.
Tries to run away. So we're gonna have some bubble action.
Then, speaking of bubble action, while we were looking at the bubbles, I saw this and I was like, oh my God, I have to have
Giant bubble maker.
And I thought it would be fun to do with the kids or the kids down the street or just by myself. Okay.
She had to have it.
Then we bought this lovely bowl.
Look at this bowl. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Deluxe.
Lovely bowl.
It's dark on the inside, light on the outside.
Just the way you like it.
Like Colin Powell. Did I just say that?
I don't know. It's illegal. And then we bought these planters that are solar and they project light out.
It makes no sense.
Not just one.
But we got two of them.
But two.
Because so we didn't care about the solar part. We just
pretend they're titties. I don't know. So you could put your tomatoes in there that are too big for the containers.
That's right. Because we have some stuff growing. We're trying to grow some stuff.
And then we bought one very large planter.
Look at that.
For our money tree that has outgrown its planting. Okay. Prices, guys, there's only two of you here. One of you is bound to get a price.
So the other thing is that we returned those two floats.
Yeah.
Okay.
We already told them that.
All right. But then we got a credit for those floats.
Yes. Okay. So there was an exchange involved.
An exchange of
Tracy says, oh my God, look at the Madonna with your boobs. Okay, so there's only two of you here. And what do you think was the grand total of the Christmas tree shop?
You guys got to guess.
Guess.
Throw a number out there. And don't say 69 because that's not that funny.
Guess the price.
It's a little funny.
Guess.
It's not that funny.
Guess the price. Guess the price. $10. No, Risa, you have gone over. We will keep going until one of you gets it.
Oh, Tracy said 20. That's definitely over.
That is way over. Try again. Keep trying again. Anne said, sorry, just had to do something. And we are guessing how much our total was at the Christmas tree shop for
all this stuff.
All of these beautiful prizes.
Rhino.
Cookie cutter.
Go break the rhino.
Bubble machine.
Oh, nice artwork.
Signs everywhere. Signs.
Don't show them the price.
Doesn't matter if I show them the
price.
price.
Chalk is included. Remember that in your calculation.
Two planters like this. You make it to a bra. And this large planter. There was an exchange involved. We returned the two floats that we bought that were originally $12.99. What do you think our total was? And Tracy says $2.98. You're over. Anne says $7.98.
Risa.
She says, Anne says $7.98. Risa says $4.20, which is one of my favorite.
Which is also a funny
favorite numbers. But you are all over. Keep going, kids.
Well, I'm thinking Risa might be technically correct.
She's not correct.
Because
she's not correct.
All right. Well, I'll explain why you're correct.
She's not correct.
97 cents.
It was, in fact, less than 97 cents. Keep going, guys. I'm going to give it to the first person that doesn't go over. Or maybe I'll give each person a guess until they get it. So one more guess.
Well, there used to be a show, the 98-cent beauty
I don't know. Oh, did I forget that there's a bubble machine? We have the bubble machine too. So keep guessing, guys. It was less than 43 cents. Less than 69 cents. Keep going. Keep going. Of course she's going to guess 69. She's my friend. Keep guessing. Keep on guessing. It was less. It was about 500% less than that.
Do the math, people. I didn't know there was going to be math involved in this podcast.
Shall we? Okay, I'm going to tell you right now. Because this is the kind of thing that gets me fucking wet. As a matter of fact, I went to a talent show at my friend's house once, and everybody had to do a talent. My talent was my ability to get a deal. Anne says 5-figure discount. No, we paid. I have a receipt. Risa says
put everything in the big.
Risa says free. No, you have gone over, Risa.
You are also over.
Tracy says 17 cents. Again, over, way over. Okay, so we got $25.98 for the lawn chairs. By the way, they didn't want to give it to us. I said they broke the first time we used them. What the fuck?
Because they said that
Risa says you got $5 back.
Maybe over. I don't know. I just wanted to say that the girl goes, "We're not taking returns. Tomorrow's our last day." And I said, "Well, they said August 5th was the last day for returns."
Because Wes had told me that.
And my son Wes had told me that. And
that might be back in Massachusetts, but not here because they're like, "Well, we closed tomorrow." Like, but they're defective.
The manager comes up and says, "Yeah, don't worry about it."
So anyway,
thank you, Wes.
So the whole reason we went there was to return it. And Tracy says -420. Ooh. Yeah. One more guess.
Anybody? Anybody?
So I don't even know how to do the math on this. Who is the right price?
I don't know. They all win.
So they
they're
all win,
being
but we
entertained by us.
promised a prize to someone. So let's give
They're
Anna
not getting my sign.
let's give Anna a chance to guess, and then we'll give a prize to the winner. Okay, so the lounge chairs returned were, get your answer out there, Ann. The lounge chairs returned were $24.99. The planter, which was, I don't know which planter it was. I think it's probably this one. Nope, not this one. The big black planter was $5. The back scratcher, where's the back scratcher?
Oh, I don't know where the back scratcher is.
There's also a back scratcher somewhere. The back scratcher was $1.
Probably somewhere.
The back scratcher was $1. This little rhino planter,
Adorable.
so cute, 80 cents.
Hey, 80 cents.
Okay.
You should have gotten a bunch of
The
them that
menu
had
chalk
rhino
sign,
chess. Menu sign?
60 cents.
Nice.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure Tracy is the winner, but we'll get there. Hang on. So the menu chalk sign, the flower pot, the solar polar flower pots, both of them together, $10. The Mill Circuit 2T, our price $2. What is that? The Mill Circuit.
Could be the
Oh, yes. These were 20 cents. Doug almost didn't let me get it. The large bowl, which is over there somewhere.
The large bowl.
The black bowl.
Oh, the bowl.
Oh, we forgot to show you the bowl.
No,
Ann.
we saw the nice bowl. Yeah.
This bowl was $1.30.
You can't make that stuff up.
And
Beautiful.
the bubble machine
Yep.
was $1.40. The items that we bought for the boys, which are not on camera,
Yeah,
we didn't
can't
tell you
talk
about, was 60 cents for both.
them. For both.
Then the other sign that we bought was $1 for a grand total of, drum roll please, and somebody's gonna have to do the math and tell me who won, because I don't know which is the going over, but we got back $4.35.
35 cents. So
$4.35. You know what's awesome about that? I got points for the $24.99, and I got $4.35 back, and I got a bunch of crap. Boom. Dude, y'all, I don't have a lot of joy in my life right now. Like, I'm sick. My husband doesn't have a job. We got a lot of stress. This shit makes me happy. Saving money. Finding the small pleasures in life, like saving money. So Anne says she loves bubbles. Tracy says whoop whoop. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is like our excitement for the year, because we don't have any. There's the back scratcher, but where is it? We're gonna need it.
It may be I don't know where it is.
We can just leave these out here, right?
Yeah, that's where they belong.
Where we bought them. Plus,
that-
they'll be solar tomorrow. They'll be so excited. They'll be so excited to see the light up things. So the bigger,
yeah, we didn't want the soul. We just needed flower pots,
and they were like, we like the color.
Yeah,
we didn't care about
those things go for a pretty penny.
Right? Tracy said that was awesome, and I get excited about this too. Yeah, I can't even, like, we haven't been spending any money. We haven't been doing anything for a year. We didn't do anything for Christmas. We didn't do anything for Mother's Day. We didn't do anything for Father's Day. We didn't do anything for my birthday. We didn't do anything for any of our friends for any of these holidays. We did for the boys for Christmas. Of course, we did for Wesley's birthday, and we'll do for Nolan's birthday. But and then of course, we did do airboats for my birthday after the fact.
After the fact birthday.
Which was it. And then yeah, so and then Risa says your joy is infectious. And Anne says she would be excited too. Oh, so here's the other thing I did. I opened another credit card because I've been following the points guy. And the points guy, so I went on he says, and I highly recommend him. He's on Facebook and YouTube, and he talks mostly about using the points for travel. And because it's the best way to get your return on your points. And that's primarily why we have these points cards. But he said, get cards like for your biggest spending categories. So meaning if your largest spending category is groceries, you want a card that gives you a lot of points for groceries or groceries back or a grocery discount. Same thing with gas, Costco, whatever star if you shop at Target all the time, you should have a Target card, etc.
Target.
So, or whatever card gives you the most points at Target. So I got an Amazon card, and that gave me $200 instant, and we buy everything on Amazon except if we buy it at Costco because we don't usually leave the house. And now there's no more
And now there's
fucking
no more
Christmas
Christmas
tree
tree
shop.
shop.
So
We
we're
got nowhere
shit
else
out
to
of
go.
luck. So I got the $200 and I got $10,000 in credit, which means
We can eat next week.
we can eat next week. We have an emergency fund. So we will, if we
We
have
will
to rack up a
persevere.
shitload of debt, then we have to rack up a shitload of debt. The thing that's funny about a credit card company is if you had a credit card with them in long standing for a long time, they're like, here, take some money,
'Cause
please.
'Cause they're betting on you.
Do you think that we could go to a bank and get a loan? Maybe get a
Excuse me,
mortgage?
employer.
It would be like, you have no money.
Sorry,
We know.
Mr. Gear, you left employer blank. Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but if I have, like, we live in a world where these credit card companies are straight up fucking predatory.
Yeah, mother.
We pay ours off every month. And if I ever have a point where I have to carry a balance on my credit card, y'all going to have to watch me because I'm probably going to jump off a bridge. I do not like a balance on a credit card. I do not like having money in the bank. I don't like having money not coming in. But here we are, and we're making the best of it. And that's the whole point of this podcast is I have a fucking stupid disease. Like Doug doesn't have a fucking job, and he has a zit on his chin. Look right there. Like our life is fucking
I will say
hard, and
this.
we're gonna make the best of it. And you
In-
should too.
In our the things that we bought a little small ceramic rhino planter,
It makes us so happy.
and it's like winning the lottery. Although winning the lottery would make me probably
We
a little
are
happier.
hoping to win
than
the lottery.
It's tomorrow night.
Then, by the way, we were starving. So we stopped and grabbed lunch.
At a deli.
A cheap lunch, but
Well done.
lunch nonetheless.
But it was a
Was it Peruvian?
it was a Peruvian deli.
And it was called, I don't know if it's Peruvian, but
it
it's
was
called
Incan or
it was called El Gaucho. And we made friends with the table next
We
to us.
did.
So
They were
this
very nice
young,
folks.
handsome young man, I don't know who he reminded me of, and it was driving me crazy, but he was very handsome, very sweet. Cullen, and he actually commented on one of the other podcasts, his gorgeous, too hot for him. Sorry, Cullen, but Sabrina, damn, she was
nice.
gorgeous. I don't know what nationality she was, but she was Asian. She had the most beautiful porcelain skin, just a nice smile, just really good energy. And his dad, Brian, who we loved.
Very nice guy.
And P.S. Cullen and Brian were giving me a hard time because I constantly harass you, make you do things like spray the plants and whatnot. And I was like, he needs to finish his record. He's going to finish his record and it'll be ready soon because we got talking about music. And so
I made some good progress on that this week.
I just
Very
want
good.
Cullen and Brian to know he did work on his music. So the thing about being married to a musician is you hear the same three tunes over and over again because they're trying to get it perfect. Can you give us a sneak preview of what song this is?
That's Hard Luck Town.
Hard Luck Town about Worcester.
About Worcester, Mass.
Worcester, Massachusetts, in his house.
That actually, that song is like chock full of like little biographical things that nobody would ever realize. But the whole thing is that I have a love-hate relationship with Worcester, which is my adopted hometown, not my birthplace, but my adopted hometown. Love it, hate it all at the same time, and I think that most of the people in Worcester,
which is funny because we kind of call Situate our hometown, even though we lived in Marshfield the last 2 years.
Right.
So I want to read these comments. So Anne says, got shits and giggles when I went to the bank and they told me that I qualified. I laughed my ass off and said, no way. I got a call about an hour later and got approved for $6,000. They want you in debt. They want you in debt. Incidentally, if you guys know anybody who's looking for a job, there's this big program right now out of Hawaii for carpenters. I posted it on my wall. And also, the state of Florida is hiring hometown heroes. You get $25,000 down payment assistance in this program. So I would definitely check it out if you've ever considered moving to Florida. I think you have to be like a cop or a teacher, or like something along those lines, but good reason to come on down. Tracy says to share it on screen. Normally I would, but I would have to upload it to Doug's computer. And it was just him practicing. But he did work on it. And I'm hoping at some point we can do some live reveals.
I would love to do a live listening party for the whole thing.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. The other thing, except everybody's gonna watch me dance around like a fucking idiot. We do have a product we're really excited about, and we can't really talk about it yet. But I don't know if you guys remember us talking about our friend Uriel. But Uriel and Doug and I are up to a little something. The man is a genius. I mean Uriel, not Doug, obviously. Although you're a genius about music and art and eating pussy. Good job. And there you go. I'm assuming that's something you have in common with Tracy.
I trained in Germany.
You changed to Germany? You've never
Went
even
to a
been to
German,
Germany.
School.
You never went to Germany. How did you learn to eat pussy? What?
Can I just say, I think it probably comes from years of playing woodwind instruments.
Well, thank you for playing woodwind instruments.
Saxophone,
Wait.
bass clarinet, woodwinds.
Anne says, supposed to read for shits, not gas, glasses off.
Oh, you can't see. Her glasses are off.
Oh.
Gas shits. Gas shits.
Supposed to shits
Gas,
and
yeah. Got shits and
for
giggles.
shits and giggles.
Yeah.
And they told me I qualified for $6,000. Oh, we know. I think I read it that way.
Gas shits is better.
Creamy
shits.
I would like any kind of shits I could get. Today I did not poop, and I lost my coconut oil spoon, so I'm kind of sad. Iris says Worcester, and Trace says we need to win the lottery. Yeah, if any one of us could win the lottery, that would be fucking great. Because yeah, Doug and I living in the dorm with Nolan or in the biodome with Charlie is not really a good look for us, but here we are. And then Anne says, Doug, I went looking for your music today. Send me some titles because I didn't realize there's another Doug Gear.
There's
a black Doug Gear that was like a rapist, right?
Yeah, it was a molester or something like that. Yeah.
So the if you go on YouTube and search Performers Wormtown.
No, don't search for that. Just wait. You just wait it out.
And then if you go on his website, you can hear Perfectville, and I will email it to you if you ask me real nice. And anybody who wants it, just private message me your email, and I'll send it to you. Don't put it in the thread because everybody can see it. And Risa says they have the Woo socks now. Heard the park is quite nice. As a matter of fact, you've talked to George about it a few times.
Yeah, George is they're being played there. My brother Steve was there yesterday, taking in a little game of minor league baseball.
Was he able to get through more than 3 minutes of it?
I don't know, but I will say
I have some opinions.
But part of this Hard Luck Town song is it makes a reference to that ballpark because everything that comes to Worcester is a big deal for like 8 minutes, and then when it doesn't impress anybody by you going there, nobody goes there anymore. Like same thing with restaurants. Everything. So
why would you do anything because it impresses other people? Do what you want to do. Do what makes you fucking happy.
I refer to the Polar Park as the next generation and failure because everything in Worcester fails eventually, and it's part of the idea of being a hard luck town.
Anne said yes, they do, Stacy. I don't know what she's talking about.
Yes, they do.
We need to win the lottery. Yes,
I don't know.
I don't know what it was.
I don't know. Probably.
Sorry, and I have ADD. Tracy says Becky has German roots.
Yeah, Becky.
If you go to a nice salon, they can fix that. They just touch up your roots right there. I'm just kidding. I have German roots too. My birth name, and also until I was 35 years old, whole story, was Reinhagen. Reinhagen.
Now everybody knows your password.
My password is not Reinhagen.
I couldn't spell Reinhagen at gunpoint. At Nazi gunpoint.
So I guess I learned to. This is the funniest part. Okay. This is the funniest part. I guess I learned to eat pushy on a partial German LOL. I think she meant to say pussy, but she said pushy.
Sometimes they'll boot it, right?
Anne says I'm asking real nice. Seriously, just text me your what do you call the thing? It's called email. Message me your email because I have to email it to you. And then Trace says she loves Perfectville.
Oh, thank you.
Trace, have you heard the whole Perfectville or just
because we sent it to her?
Oh, we did. Yeah. Okay, cool. Because the version that's the title song to our podcast is actually an abridged version. I think the beginning is actually the best part, to be honest with you. And Tracy said she meant pussy.
We know what you meant.
Really? You meant you didn't mean pushy? Although when you eat me out because I'm pushy, do you say I eat pushy?
Some things that should be a private matter between the husband and the lady friend.
Anne says I
called you my lady.
You said such weird things sometimes. Anne says I'm 56% Irish with the last name. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce your last name, and I should have asked you.
Mazzucchelli.
And Tracy said yes. Doug sent it to me. Pushy is actually a better word for it. I've been calling it my puss lately. Actually, it's so funny because I was doing my yoga today, and so way more information that you need, but it's important. So with my new wardrobe, I bought these tank tops with a built-in bra because none of my bras fit, and my bras are like $60 a pop. Because when you have a situation like this, it's like you need like some sort of Zakem bridge kind of suspension level.
Zakem bridge.
And all the lights too. I like the lights and the suspension, but it's too expensive. So I bought some shelf bras, tank tops with a bra built in, which is maybe not enough support for a woman my size, but fuck it. It's better than not wearing a bra. And my lymph nodes are like the size of your tits. I mean, not all of your tits, but some of your tits maybe.
That's casting judgment.
So they were like this, like honestly, and especially after that allergic reaction, I sat here for a week with ice packs under my armpits because they were burning. Everything. Castor oil packs, you name it, but mostly ice packs under my armpits because my lymph nodes were so big. I'm glad that Anne is having a good laugh for herself. We probably fucked up her name, but she is Bellissima. So these shelf bras. And so then I bought the maxi skirts. So what I did was the maxi skirts were like $12.99 and the shelf bras were a pack of 2 for like $20 or something. And so I bought a bunch. Some of them were more, some of them were less, but that's what it averaged out to be. So that's what I wear every day. Shelf bra, tank top with a shelf bra built in and a maxi skirt. And I don't wear panties because they hurt and clothes in general hurt. But anyway, I come home and I'm sitting on the floor doing my yoga and Doug's coming in and he's like, hey, what's going on? Hey, what's going on? So at one point I have my legs spread and I'm sitting on the floor and our TV stand has like little windows in it. And I can see my little puss. But it was like the coconut.
That's nice. That's real nice.
What? Was it more maybe like
nobody used to see your hand gesture.
Anyway, I was like, "Oh, Doug, you would love this," but you didn't come out, so you didn't see it. Oh, there you go. You missed it. And Tracy says, "Mia." Tracy's Ann says, "You need a front end loader." I love ya. A front end loader for my titties. Oh yeah, and probably. I'm not gonna lie to you, probably my puss too. I got problems. I got so many problems. You don't think I have problems? I think that's lightning, by the way.
Yeah,
we might die soon. There you go. It's been real.
I'm just gonna crawl under that black flower pot and hide from the storm.
You probably could fit under there. So that is okay. So then we went to El Gaucho. Okay, so the people were lovely. The food was pretty good.
Oh, the waitress,
but the cookie, hot. Oh, so hello, young, but hot. Hello. But the accent. Oh, God. She's gorgeous. And I told her. And then I go up to the thing, and because Cullen, our new friend, is like, you got to get the cookies. He's like, first he told me not to go near the cooler. Of course, I'm not going to listen to that. I went near the cooler, and he's like, you got to get the cookies. These cookies were like
one cookie. And
we split one cookie, and it's a cookie this big, by the way, is this big. That's not like we're like, oh, we got a cookie and split it. And by the way, Doug had Inca Cola, and he's like, Inca Cola is not bad for you.
Inca Cola is a thing.
Inca Cola is not.
I figured it was cane sugar, right? It's from overseas or whatever, right? In different country. It was high fructose. It was the golden cola.
No, the second ingredient was high fructose corn syrup.
But they didn't have anything like I don't know what to get.
Like the Perrier that I ordered.
I should have got that. Perrier.
And here we are.
On a budget, this one.
And so, listen, my meal was cheaper than yours. So we usually we'll get something and split it, but this place was pretty cheap. So that cookie was the truth. Thank you, Cullen. Actually, thank you, Sabrina, for introducing Cullen to this place. Go ahead.
Yeah.
We love you guys. And by the way, I know Brian's down to visit you, but Sabrina, your parents are not local. You guys need a family. You just hit us up. We'll hook you up. I mean, we don't have any money, but we do have some nice things from the Christmas tree shop.
We got bubbles and a bowl. We got a nice bowl. So anyways, this cookie was, it was just your normal round cookie.
It was like a shortbread cookie.
It was a shortbread, but it wasn't like a dry shortbread. It was like a nice moist. And then in between was like a little caramely.
It was caramel.
Yeah.
In the middle.
It was.
And then it was rolled in coconut.
It was. It was like, I want to go back there just buy one cookie. Because I think if I had any more than a half a cookie, it would have been a spoil of riches.
Plus, you already ate a fucking thing of Inca Cola.
I ate a thing of Inca Cola. I drank some.
What Barbara O'Neill tells you to drink your food
and
eat your drinks.
I can't even tell you.
Eat your drinks.
Okay.
I'm sorry. You bought Christmas tree shop soda last time we were there, and the other day you were like, "I need some Moxie." No, you don't need any fucking soda.
Oh, the local place that sold Moxie doesn't sell soda anymore.
I think the only reason why no, it's not the only reason, but one of Doug's favorite things about his kids coming to visit is the fact that he eats junk food the whole time. Okay. Doug, this is a whole reason for this podcast, isn't it? We have no boundaries. Everything is on the table.
It is.
Yes, it is.
It wasn't.
And it might piss some people off, and they can just move on with their lives. You don't like it? Just click somewhere else. Or you could comment on the podcast. You could comment on the podcast. We love when people who don't like us engage with us because it helps with our content. It gives us more visibility. Trace loves shortbread cookies. This sounds amazing. Again, if I had any money, I would send you one. And Anne says that cookie sounds deliciously good. We stopped at World Market afterward, and they had jars of caramel. By the way, you can make caramel by putting, I think it's either evaporated or sweetened condensed milk in the crock pot all day, and it turns into it. So we might just have to do that
for dinner.
and buy some like nice shortbread cookies and just smack that in the middle, and then we can all have diabetes. Do they have a website that they ship from? I don't think so. It's called El Gaucho. It's in
I would doubt it.
Estero. So look it up.
I doubt they would.
Risa wants that cookie. I'm telling you, you guys could put them on. Tracy says comments work. They work, and you know, the thing is that this is like our place. Like the people that are here are Team Doug and Stacy all the way. Yeah. And so, like, if you were brave enough to enter the Lion's Den, then go for it. Or you could also email us privately at maritalhate@gmail.com. Or, you know, our phone numbers are out there. Call us. My phone sends all numbers I don't have saved directly to voicemail, which is awesome. And it's a pain in the ass sometimes. But, you know, I have most numbers saved. If you've ever talked to me on the phone, I saved your number. If you are a restaurant I've been to or had to call, I've saved your number. I save every number. Anyway, did we just see lightning? Yes, you have seen many a lightning while we've been out here, but not enough that they played the lightning horn, so we should be fine.
Yeah, we should be good. Although you guys got nailed the other night on the South Shore. It looked like
there was threats of thunder.
Well, there was an F1 tornado in Foxborough and Easton, so that was.
Oh my God, Dave was so excited, and I've renamed our chat Stacy and the Weather.
Oh, is that what
the
that
Weather
is?
Geeks. Yeah. Which is the name of my punk band. And Anne says, I love it when people say fuck. Why the fuck are you in the pool with lightning? The lightning is far away. We don't even have thunder.
Boom.
El Gaucho.
Yeah, I think it was called El Gaucho.
Yep, El Gaucho in Estero.
That's what it was.
And then
Deli.
Tracy says, we are Team Doug and Stacy. Thank you. Because sometimes it feels like the whole world is out to get us. And we know that's not true. But, you know, sometimes everybody gets down. And then we realize, like, even if the whole world is out to get us, we need to fucking do something about it. If fucking life hands you lemons, make some lemonade.
You know what? When life hands me lemons, I cut the lemon in half and squeeze lemon juice in somebody's eye and say, motherfucker.
Rude. Actually, I have two stories about lemonade taking when life is bad, hand you lemons. So I had a relationship that did not go so well. And the guy had given me a ring that I really liked. And my friend Darcy had a relationship that did not go so well. And the guy gave her a ring that she really liked. We swapped rings. They're friendship rings now. We call them our lemonade rings. That said, her ring that she gave to me got stolen. So she still has mine though. And it was really pretty. Anyway, so, and then my wedding dress, my niece Holly was going to get married. It didn't work out for her. They didn't end up getting married. I had the dress, I got married, and I recently passed it on to my friend Jen. So it's a lemonade dress. We're going to turn it into all the good things. Anne says, we did have tornadoes. Well, we would like to see some live report. Get out there. Like, who's the guy? Wolf Blitzer?
No, Blitzer was in the Iraq War.
Who's the guy that gets out there in the storms? Steve Harvey?
No.
My man, Steve Harvey. No?
Show me tornado.
Do you know that they had that thing where it's like I think it's called Wow does them. It's on Facebook, and you like click and it's like, show me what your inner child looks like, or show me whatever. So there's one where who's celebrity is going to call you, and Tracy's was Jason Momoa. Mine, because I'll keep doing it until I get somebody I actually like, was Steve Harvey. Yeah, he's my man. I love Steve Harvey. I don't think he likes white people though. I like black people better than I like white people, which is racist of me, but
it is.
I find black people to be more down to earth and genuine. Is that racist? I don't know. Actually, I like people of every color. I like people from other countries. Americans fucking suck. Is that terrible?
Yeah, it is terrible.
I mean, some of you guys are great. You guys are great, but come on. Look at the world around you. Don't you want to punch somebody in the fucking cunt?
Divisive.
Maybe. And Tracy,
Lightning can hit
Ann says
up
it
to
can
10.
hit up to 10 miles away. And if it does, I'm going to the
Nice
good
knowing
place.
ya.
I think despite the fact that I have a potty mouth, I'm definitely going to the good place. Trace says, fuck the whole world and being on a hippie commune. Yes, my friend, hippie commune. That's all the way to go. Incidentally, y'all need to talk to Charlie. He's got his biodome almost done. I don't know why he's not here. I think we're in a fight. Jim Cantori needs to be there for tornadoes. Yeah. I want to see Jim Cantori like get swooped up by a tornado and like spin around like he's in a blender.
Yeah, he's like Einstein.
Hello. And Trace says, I just prefer dead people of any color.
Just weird.
I don't think it's weird.
Weird dead people?
Well, it's her jam. She likes dead people. She's into necrophilia. Leave her alone.
It's a little weird.
I don't think that Tracy really is into necrophilia.
I am here to cast judgment. Weird.
But I have a friend who recently did Wim Hof, and then her husband got in the shower with her, and it was really cold. And then they tried to fool around. He's like, "You're really cold." And so I've been joking that they've gotten into necrophilia, and they have not, which is really boring. I wish more people were into necrophilia. Tracy says, I am weird. You are weird, and that's why we love you. Okay, so the rest of the weekend. So we went to El Gaucho, but then we had to go to...
Well, originally we went to First Watch, and then we ended up at El Gaucho.
First Watch was closed.
Yeah.
But El Gaucho is cheaper, which is even better. First Watch is actually pretty cheap. Then we went to...
Oh, then we went to World Market because we were driving home.
Oh, monsoon. And no Doris. Bikini top on the Jeep. And okay, I'm gonna just interject here. Graveyards are extremely peaceful places. Risa says, my friend Dave, not here right now, but was here last week, the man in the pool, as it were. He and my cousin used to tell me that they had sex on top of his grandmother in the dead grandfather in the cemetery, and I believed them. And he finally told me the truth recently. They did not. So thank you. I was concerned. Totally did. But I would fuck in a graveyard. Not on my grandparents' grave, but that would be rude. Anne says, Tracy, you're funny. Dead people don't talk back. Bingo. Okay, so we went.
So then we went to World Market.
World Market.
For Celtic salt because I figured it was from.
Maybe they have it there. It's from Celtica.
It's from Celtica. So they might have it, but they did not.
They actually have a lot of specialty foods that we can't find sometimes, like the organic polenta they have there.
They do.
They had Clearly Canadian before anybody else had it. By the way, you can get it at Costco now, but the Clearly Canadian Zero and in lemon flavor is now available at World Market. They also had some Liquid Death, which we got a can of Liquid Death and shared it while we sat on the patio furniture in World Market for a half hour while we waited for the rain to clear up. Then I had a $5 coupon, like a $5 points card from Michael's for my birthday. So Doug went and got a thing of paint because I'm working on a painting for my friend Dave because he could not bring a burrowing owl. He knows.
It's
he couldn't bring a burrowing owl home with him because it wouldn't fit in his suitcase. So we did that. And then well, Doug did. I stayed in the car for everything. I did Christmas tree shop, I did World Market, and I did Trader Joe's. Everything else I stayed in the car for because I just can't. Then we went to we went to Trader. Oh, hang on, we're in the parking lot. So the Jeep has a bikini top, so it's like just it straps on in the front, Velcro's on the sides here, and it straps down in the back. They're in two places. There's another place that it connects in the middle, but we don't bother doing it. But what happens is water gets in it, so it goes like this and bows down.
So
and
so you have to kind of like push on it on top of this thing.
No, more than 20.
Oh, it's no.
It's a lot. And so I still think it's more. So in order to get the water off the top, what you do is you take a corner real fast and the water goes flying off. If you push it off, the water comes inside and gets you all wet. So the trick is, so I did that, and the garage door opener just went fucking flying across the parking lot. So I got out and got it. And then we went to Trader Joe's, and our checkers were Gabby. There were two other people, Gabby.
Oh, Kennard,
and another guy.
Don't remember the other.
The white guy.
He was further back, so I didn't see.
But they were so lovely, and they thanked. Oh, by the way, Trader Joe's Fort Myers fridge is out, so they have a man in the back, like a drive-through, handing you things.
In the back and it's ready.
By the way, there's such a lack of organic stuff. Did you get cottage cheese?
I did not get cottage cheese.
It was
not
on
on
the
the
list.
list. It was not on the list. I did not see it. Oh, I did get cottage cheese. Yeah, I did. It was on the list.
Did you get the stuff for yogurt?
I did get the stuff for yogurt.
Did you get Did you get ricotta?
I did not get ricotta.
It was on the list.
I didn't see it on the list.
So you didn't look at the list
I looked at the list.
once.
I looked at the list.
Did you
But
look?
At one
did you
point, I
check it
put
twice?
the list in my pocket, which was on my phone, and it backspaced one of the items on the list that I
So you
couldn't
could have
undo.
called. I knew. I said, "Do you need the list? Do you need the list?
Marital
Do you
hate.
need the?"
Marital hate.
Did I not say it to you 3 times? And you were like, "No, if I have any problems, I'll call you." Did you call?
I did not call.
I think he's lying about the salt. Okay. Tracy says that's exactly it, and the dead don't talk, but they have a story to tell. I like to help families find the truth for their loved one, no matter the good, bad, or indifferent, so they can find closure. Cold cases really intrigue me. Girl, why don't we just get you doing that? There's plenty of dead people in Florida. You can come check out their dead bodies. What about doing like private work and like consulting on cases? Like the Casey Anthony case, they brought in specialists. Risa is laughing. I don't know what she's laughing about, but I'm glad she's laughing. She says, I feel like I'm listening to Steve and I. Oh, do you have semi-marital hate? They have common law hate.
Oh, okay.
You guys could start your own podcast and call it common law marriage hate. Common law and the Commonwealth.
Oh, you can get your own podcast. Put us out of business.
Just do it at a different time. Although we're wondering, like,
I watch it. Shit.
Do we want to keep doing it 5 nights a week forever? Should we drop down to a couple nights a week? We don't know, but we do appreciate the 4 of you that are here, and that's why we keep doing it. Although, only 4 people tonight. That's interesting. So then we went to Trader Joe's. There was a man in the freezer handing you one item at a time, but they couldn't find anything. They didn't know where anything was. I felt so bad for them. But there was a beautiful girl out front, just like handing people their things and like, what do you need? We'll get it for you, kind of. Risa says, Tracy says, I would love to, but I need to get experience. Do you need me to kill people for you?
Yes.
Do you have a list of names?
Can't say that either.
It's a joke. It's a comedy.
No, yeah, but there's
it's
no
a
joking on the internet.
podcast.
There's no joking on the internet.
Everybody takes it too fucking seriously. It is a comedy podcast. And if you want to take something personally that we say on the fucking podcast, that's on you.
You know what? I didn't take
we're
seriously
here.
Your list.
I will flip your non-swimming ass over and watch you drown. And then Tracy can investigate. There you go.
I don't think there's going to be much of an investigation because it'll be done live on the podcast.
That's true.
Sprinklers
Those are the sprinklers going off.
Time to go.
The list argument is a hallmark point of contention. I agree with you. And Tracy is laughing her ass off, which is always good. Incidentally, a friend of mine was like, oh my God, I didn't know Container World was a thing. And I was like, wait, Container World is a thing? I thought it was just the Container Store. And she's like, oh, it might be the Container Store. So I Googled it. Container World, actually a thing. And I'm like, no, Container World is a thing. I'm so excited. So I left the page so I could go back and look at it later because I was like, I wanted to see what Container World has that Container Store doesn't have. So like 2 hours later, I finally have a few minutes. I look at it. Shipping containers. And so then I joked with her. She was like, oh, I like that too.
World.
Shipping containers can be made into a house for your
Swimming
commune, swimming pool, or you can put dead bodies in it, which I shouldn't really joke about given if you have seen The Sound of Freedom, which I recommend you do. Some of the things that come over in shipping containers, not so good. And then Anne says Clintons can hook you up. It's phonetically correct. I don't know that you're wrong. Yeah, they're producing bodies left and right, but they were all accidents. And if something happens to RFK, it was definitely an accident. Dead people, snarky remark. I like dead people, and I like snarky remarks. Okay, so we went to the Trader Joe's.
And then we went home.
Got the groceries.
Yep.
I collapsed.
Yep.
Laid in bed.
You were in
Couldn't.
bed
Oh,
by
sorry.
like 8.
It was 6 o'clock, and I was like, couldn't keep my eyes open on the sofa. Then I finally went to bed. I couldn't get to sleep. Then every time I would get to sleep, something would happen. He finally got up and left, and so then that woke me up, and just one thing after another. I think I was texting one of you guys, and so then what did we do? So we finally got some sleep Sunday. What did we do?
We didn't leave the house Sunday.
We did not leave the house. You worked on your music.
I worked on music. I worked on the weeds around out here
with the fancy new sprayer that we bought.
One of the pump sprayers was $18.
Pump sprayer, so we could get rid of the weeds, so we don't get kicked out of our house.
Then,
did I mention, by the way, our lease is up November 1st, and we don't know if we're going to be able to extend? Okay, go ahead. And Charlie's Dome was $30,000, so I'm not going to be able to afford one of those. So what do we do? You worked on your music. Do we play cribbage? Do we watch any movies?
We watched a little of Always Sunny.
Yeah, Devil. We had deviled eggs, motherfucker. What else?
Yeah, I know for a fact we didn't leave the house. Yeah, it was kind of like I just did stuff around here. I did some shop vacuuming, did this, that, and the other thing.
So I have a whole bunch of other things here that we really haven't gotten to. We're gonna have to get to tomorrow. But I will tell you a sneak peek is that Doug wouldn't show me his butthole on Sunday, and I was very sad about that.
I'm shy.
When you asked to see my butthole, what did I do?
You showed me your butthole, and that made me.
I immediately bent over, pulled up my skirt, and spread my butt cheeks. That's what you do when you're married.
Oh, that's what
you want to show you my butt cake. What's it like being married to me?
It's fun.
Is it?
Yeah.
So you love me.
I love you, but sometimes you say weird shit and ask to see weird things.
I don't know what we're talking about. Trey says we were texting in our insomniac stupor. See, and I didn't sleep last night either. And last week I didn't sleep at all because of the stupid fucking allergic reaction, still of unknown origin. Although I think it might be the blackening seasoning or sesame. Anne says, Doug, don't be such an asshole. Anne, I fucking love you. I mean, I think you knew that already. I love all of you guys. Like Tracy Reese, I love you guys. And somebody else is here. Who else is here? There's one more person.
I feel ganged up on.
Okay.
You call me an asshole.
Shut up, patriarchy.
White man.
So, okay, since we don't have time to get to all of our stuff, we'll move it mostly tomorrow. Incidentally, end of week, we shall be having 2 special guests, assuming Wesley and Nolan would like to participate in the podcast again. And the thing that's cool now is that we can do 2 computer presentation and 2 computer editing. We could all be in the pool. Maybe we go back to back in the pool.
I don't know what we do.
Maybe we play volleyball. I don't really know what we're going to do, but we're going to have people and it'll be fun. And let's see. I'll probably go on some tirades. I go on tirades all the time. And my tirade for today is be nice. Be nice. The rest of my tirade is we are not responsible for other people's emotions or feelings or their actions. We're responsible for ourselves. Take care of you. Take care of you. And if I have extra, my cup runneth over, I can give some to you. And I do. I can't wait to see Wes and Nolan. Whoop. That's Anne says she can't wait to see Wes and Nolan, and the same person that said not to be an asshole to you. So Anne, I think, is a truth speaker.
My kids doesn't like me. Okay, I get it.
She's a truth speaker. She is a truth speaker. So I wrote down my gratitude. Do you have any gratitude today?
I have a big gratitude today.
What's that?
I'm grateful for Buffalo Bills player Damar Hamlin, number 3, who you might remember back in January, died on the field of play, was resuscitated by the medical staff and the training staff of the Buffalo Bills and Cincinnati Bengals. He was back at practice. He's been at practice, but today was the first day back with full contact and helmet and pads. So it was a big deal for him to be out there, and he did a nice press conference. And his plans going forward. They did events like huge training events for CPR and sent out the defibrillators to like thousands of people in locations. So he's going to continue that to different cities. And so out of something that was really bad came something really good. And I'm so happy for him. He just seems like a really nice kid. And his family seems like so super supportive. And today he answered some questions about like, if he was nervous about playing in contact again and what his family was thinking and how when he decided he wanted to go back to play, they were 100% with him. And I felt really good for him, because I think a lot of people really need that sort of support from their family. And a lot of times we talk about they don't always get it, but I thought that was an amazing thing, and just see he has a lot of love for his parents and for his brother.
I have a few things to say about that. The first one is I can't say my real thoughts about the Damar Hamlin, or YouTube will take this video down.
That is your prerogative.
But I don't necessarily think it's a good idea for him to be back on the field, but I do wish him well. And I'm so glad he has people who love and support him. Of course, he has the entire Bills Mafia, which doesn't sound nice, but they are a nice mafia. Kind of like you guys are master haters and we love you. But I do have concerns about him playing. I don't necessarily think it's safe and it's not a risk I'd be willing to take. But it's his choice. And I'm glad he has people to support him. And everybody should have people to support them. Tracy says, I love you, Doug. And she's excited to see the boys too. And she says, yay for Damar H. I read that as Dahmer. Like Jeffrey Dahmer. Yay for Dahmer. That is what Tracy would say. And she says he is turning into such a positive. I agree. Although there was some controversy about a jacket that he wore.
Oh yeah, it was like a religious thing. Yeah, but people are just looking for crap to complain about.
Anne asked an interesting question. Do you think Damar is scared?
Oh, they asked him. They said, do you have any, trepidations, or is it in the back of your mind? And when you have that first hit or whatever. And he said if he had any trepidation whatsoever, he wouldn't be in the game. Like he says, you cannot go on the field worrying about anything. So,
well, I will say two things. I don't think it was the hit, one. And two, Damar Hamlin is a young man. And when you're young, you don't have fear.
Well,
how many things did you do when you were young?
You wake up in a hospital and we're told that you were revived with CPR on a field. That's got to do some psychological stuff. But I got to tell you, he just seems like just such a good kid. And and I think about him, like he made it. He went to Pitt, and then like he made it to the NFL. He's working as hard as he possibly can. And to think about like that could all go away. He's like 24 years old. Right, that could all go away.
But he's 24 years old. He doesn't have full brain development. But that's what I'm saying is that as a 24-year-old, they don't have any fear, and it's possible that. And he's saying you can't go on the field if you have any fear.
Right.
So I'm saying that it's a symptom of his age. Like I didn't have any fear when I was younger, but now, I can't even. Well, part of it's that I just get queasy, but like I can't even watch the kids play a 3D video game where I'm like, but it's not fear.
That's an age thing.
But
age thing is heights.
I think
spinning.
Fear is an age thing. I think you realize the reality of life and how precious life is when you're older. When you're a kid, you just don't really understand it. And Trace says, I did a lot of stupid stuff in my 20s due to lack of fear. Now forget it. Exactly my point. And Trace says, I am thankful for hope. I'm thankful for this amazing and supportive wife. I'm thankful for this podcast and the group of people that make us laugh. Yeah, I'm so thankful for you guys. And I say it, y'all know, I always say it at the end of the podcast, although I think I forgot once. I think I got distracted by a shiny object.
You probably jumped in the pool.
But every morning, every night, I'm thankful for the podcast and the people that support it. Because I feel like there are people that love and support me and respect me and appreciate me. And I don't really have a lot of those. So thank you. Thank you for making me feel like a human being that has value in the world. Even if I don't sometimes. But I'm doing my best. I'm a human being just like the rest of us. I am very thankful that you made lovely chicken salad today with the secret ingredient of
It's a secret.
Herbs de Provence. They're French as fuck. Incidentally, when I remember I had accidentally ordered lavender, I thought it was lavender seeds, but it was lavender flowers. So I sprinkled them on the carpet thinking it would help with the carpet just kind of smells old. And so I sprinkled them on the carpet, but then they got away from me. So our living room is still kind of covered in lavender flowers.
It looks like the mulch guy came by. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
The vacuum will get a couple at a time. Like it just kind of pushed them around a little bit, but it's going to make it smell nice. So I'm looking forward to that. So I'm thankful that you cooked yummy food. I'm thankful that I was able to help some people that I care about today. I got to talk to Anne this weekend. That was fucking awesome. I get to talk to Todd today. That was fucking awesome. I'm thankful that our AC is working a little bit better. That we got up super early and set it to 70, and it's only 76 in our house now. So I'm going to reach out to the landlord and let them know, or the property management company. I'm grateful for the additional $10,000 safety net that we have and the $200 I got for Amazon, which I can use to pay for my supplements. I haven't been taking my herbs because I can't afford them, and I need to reorder Doug's herbs because he has to have them or he'll drop dead. So, yeah, Amazon. And then I'm thankful for our pool because I went in it today and I swam for 30 minutes. Thank you very much. And that I'm thankful. Oh, I've been trying to connect the rings on my Apple Watch, and It doesn't always give me credit for standing, but while I was in the pool doing the podcast tonight, it thought I was walking. So
Nice.
probably because I'm like, I got ants in my pants because I got to pee. Then I am thankful for people who love and support me. Obviously, I'm thankful for my little pal, Christina. I'm thankful for discounted supplements. Oh, Christina, Vitamin C Chiropractic. She will get you a discount on your supplements. Well, if you're one of my friends, like, or one of her friends, or if you're a client. I'm happy to introduce you. Let me know. Tracy said you can use baking powder on the carpet to help with odor. I would normally use baking soda, not baking powder.
But then she says in the next comment,
sorry, baking soda. Okay. Yes, you can. But when you accidentally buy a massive bottle box, like it was like
lavender flowers.
It was
no
like
reason.
a 1 pound bag of lavender flowers. So I just put them on the carpet and it smells nice. We are getting a little bit tonight. But yes, I agree with you. You can use baking soda. And I thought about putting essential oils in it, but I just went with the lavender flowers because I had them. You almost splashed your laptop, Splashy McSplasherson. I'm thankful for credit card points. And I'm thankful for Doug going to Publix, even though he ignored my list like the fucking asshole that he is.
It's not nice.
I wanted to tell you.
All right.
You got anything else?
No, that's it. Thanks, everybody. Rest in peace.
Does Christina have a website for the vitamins? It's actually done through Full Script, but what happens is she sets you up with an account and she'll recommend some supplements to you. And if there's any supplements that you want her to tell you which one to get or whatever, she'll set it up. So I'm happy to introduce you. Just let me know. She has Standard Process, Metagenics. So some of her favorite brands, because we've talked about this at length, are Standard Process, Metagenics. There's a few others, but she's the supplement girl and she's amazing. And I'm happy to introduce you. And also she can order labs for you and adjust you properly. She's amazing. Love her to death. And also if you're looking for a biomat, which I highly recommend for anybody with chronic pain, anybody who can't really exercise, because the being on the biomat is just like a sauna, and it's going to being in the sauna is the same thing as exercising. Not really the same thing, but it has the same impact on your body as exercising, reduces your risk of stroke and so forth, heart attack. There's all kinds of good statistics. The biomat, $820, portable, comes in a little case. Sorry, it might have been $7 something, but it's between $700 and $800. You can use your HSA to pay for it, or credit card. And it comes in a purple like box. It looks almost like an old school suitcase, not a suitcase, an old school briefcase. It's like the size between a briefcase and a suitcase. And it helps tremendously with pain, detox, you name it. And then Trace's gonna message me. So you guys, I hope you have an awesome night. We love you so much. We appreciate you so much. And just do your best. Bye.